Welcome to Manila Updates TV. Subscribe and press the bell icon for more updates. Seoul, South Korea. In the heart of this bustling metropolis, a story was about to unfold that would ripple far beyond the city's borders. A high-ranking South Korean general, Park Sung-joon, stood before a packed auditorium, his presence commanding attention. What he said next would leave the room in stunned silence. Instead of discussing the latest advancements in military technology or the power of modern weaponry, General Park chose to share a personal experience, one that had fundamentally changed his understanding of what it means to be a soldier. He spoke of the Philippine military, not as a mere diplomatic gesture, but as a source of deep inspiration and a profound lesson that had left a lasting mark on him. General Park recounted the moment he stepped off a military transport plane into the heart of a Philippine Army jungle camp. He arrived with certain expectations, strict discipline, soldiers standing at attention, boots polished to a mirror shine. But what he found was something entirely different. The camp seemed to merge effortlessly with the surrounding village. Soldiers laughed and mingled with local civilians. Children darted between tents, and the boundaries between military and community seemed to blur. There was a sense of family, of warmth, and of genuine connection, far removed from the rigid hierarchy he was used to. At first, General Park was skeptical. He wondered if such a relaxed and open atmosphere could possibly produce effective warriors, especially in the unforgiving environment of the jungle. His mission was to learn about the Philippine military's legendary jungle warfare skills, a place where advanced technology often fails, and only the resourcefulness and spirit of the soldier can ensure survival. He searched for a secret technique, a hidden gadget, or some advanced training method. But as he observed the Filipino soldiers, he realized the real secret wasn't something you could hold in your hand. It was a way of life, a deep-rooted resilience, adaptability, and unity that no manual could teach. Leaning forward, General Park shared with his audience that his journey into the Philippine jungle was more than a military exchange. It was a journey into the very heart of what it means to serve, to protect, and to belong. The realization struck him deeply. It was a discovery that challenged everything he thought he knew about leadership, discipline, and the true strength of a soldier. The room hung on his every word, captivated by the unexpected humility and sincerity in his voice. In that moment, General Park's revelation became a lesson for everyone present. A reminder that sometimes the greatest strength lies not in power or precision, but in humanity and heart. The general's first day at the camp was truly eye-opening, far different from anything he had experienced before. He arrived expecting strict routines and rigid discipline, but what he found was something much more profound. Instead of the blaring of sirens, soldiers began their day tending to lush vegetable gardens, their hands in the earth as the sun rose. The camp was alive with the gentle sounds of the community waking up, blending the rhythms of military life with those of the village. He watched as senior officers mentored the younger soldiers, not with harsh words or reprimands, but with patient advice, encouragement, and genuine camaraderie. Laughter and stories were shared freely, building bonds that went beyond rank. The Filipino captain guiding him didn't boast about advanced technology or weaponry. Instead, he proudly introduced the general to the heart of the community, villagers, respected elders, and hardworking farmers who were partners in peace. Soldiers here weren't just stationed in the area, they were woven into the fabric of daily life. They played with children, helped villagers with chores, and shared in the joys and struggles of the people. Their greatest intelligence network wasn't built on satellites or surveillance, but on trust, earned through years of honest conversation and mutual respect. During training, the soldiers moved through the dense jungle with a fluid, silent coordination, almost as if they were communicating with the jungle itself. Every movement was in sync, every gesture understood without words. Their teamwork was instinctive, built on deep trust and understanding. It was less about following strict orders and more about anticipating each other's needs, moving as one unit. That evening, the general was invited to a communal meal beneath a sprawling mango tree. He ate with his hands, sharing food, stories, and laughter with soldiers and villagers alike, feeling a sense of belonging he hadn't known before. In that moment, he realized the true strength of the army wasn't found in hardware or technology, but in the warmth of their hearts and the depth of their connections. The rigid posture he'd carried for years began to soften, replaced by a newfound sense of ease and understanding, as he embraced the spirit of unity that defined this remarkable place. The next phase of the journey took the general deep into the heart of the jungle, a place where every step was a test of endurance and adaptability. He was accustomed to survival training that relied on high-tech gear and modern equipment, but here, the Filipino soldiers cared almost nothing, just the bare essentials. Their survival kit was the jungle itself. They used plants for medicine, bamboo for shelter, and vines to collect fresh water. Every resource they needed was found in their surroundings, turning the wild into a living toolkit. The general watched in awe as a private started a fire using only bamboo, and a patrol built a sturdy raft from bamboo and vines in less than an hour. Their resourcefulness and ingenuity were truly astonishing, revealing skills honed over generations. Meals were cooked in bamboo over open fires, using ingredients foraged from the jungle floor, roots, leaves, and wild fruits. Every meal was a testament to their deep connection with the land. They didn't just survive in the jungle, they thrived. Moving with confidence and harmony, they navigated the dense forest as if it were a familiar home, blending seamlessly with nature. The general realized that his own soldiers, so reliant on advanced equipment, would be lost in this environment. Here, technology was no substitute for knowledge and experience. Filipino soldiers carried ancestral knowledge in their minds, not in their packs. Their wisdom was passed down through stories, practice, and tradition, making them living libraries of survival. Their adaptability was not just a result of training, but a deep-rooted part of their culture. Survival here was a way of life, woven into their identity. For them, the jungle was not an enemy to be conquered, but a provider and a partner. Every tree, vine, and stream offered something valuable. This mindset, seeing the jungle as an ally, was their true advantage, giving them confidence and peace even in the wildest places. The general was humbled by their mastery of the environment, realizing that true survival was not about tools, but about respect, knowledge, and harmony with nature. The general kept hearing the word bayanihan, community unity. He saw soldiers helping a local family repair their roof, not for reward, but out of shared responsibility. In the military, bayanihan was the foundation of teamwork. Discipline came from within the group, enforced by peers, not just officers. During a tough march, when a young soldier struggled, his comrades shared his load without being told. No one was left behind. The team's strength was collective. This was discipline born from loyalty, not fear. The general realized that fighting for your brother creates a bond no training manual can replicate. Bayanihan transformed individuals into a unified force. It was their invisible armor. The general saw that this spirit was the source of their resilience. It was a lesson in leadership and humanity. He understood why this army was so formidable. General Park compared his own military to what he witnessed. The South Korean army excelled in precision and standardization, relying on manuals and technology. The Filipino approach was improvisational. Soldiers adapted on the fly, using whatever was at hand. Snack wrappers became signaling devices. Tires became alarms. In a simulated ambush, Filipinos responded with controlled chaos, turning the tables unpredictably. Their strength was flexibility, not rigidity. They trained for the moment when plans fell apart. In modern, unpredictable conflicts, adaptability was paramount. Filipino soldiers were empowered problem solvers, not just cogs in a machine. Their unpredictability made them a formidable opponent. The general saw the value of thinking beyond the manual. As days passed, General Park's skepticism turned to admiration. He realized he was the student, learning lessons not taught in any war college. The Filipino captain told him, "A strong heart and a clever mind, everything else can be taught." The general saw the limits of his own system, powerful but brittle. The Filipino army was anti-fragile, growing stronger in chaos. They didn't just have a plan B, they improvised endlessly. Technology, he realized, was incomplete without human spirit. His soldiers had become dependent on gear, losing resourcefulness. Filipino soldiers with simple tools and deep knowledge reminded him that the ultimate weapon is the human being. He knew he couldn't just file a report, he had to bring this lesson home. The general's perspective on warfare was forever changed. He saw the need to cultivate resilience, not just efficiency. The heart of a soldier mattered most. General Park was struck by the role of empathy in the Philippine military. Soldiers weren't just enforcers, they were partners in peace, helping with community projects and listening to villagers. Their connection to the people was genuine, not just a strategy. Security was built on trust, not force alone. In contrast, larger armies often kept civilians at arm's length. Filipino soldiers showed empathy as a strategic tool, gaining allies and denying the enemy support. The general recalled a patrol helping a storm-hit family, prioritizing kindness over strict mission objectives. This act did more for security than any patrol could. Camaraderie and mental well-being were daily priorities, not afterthoughts. Soldiers looked out for each other's spirits as much as their gear. The general saw that true strength included compassion. In his final address, General Park held up a military tablet and a bamboo cup. For years, he believed technology was the key to victory. "I was wrong," he said. "The most powerful weapon is the mind and spirit of the soldier. Over-reliance on technology," he warned, "creates vulnerability. Soldiers must be able to think, adapt, and create solutions from nothing. The spirit of the soldier, courage, will, loyalty, is forged in hardship and trust, not in labs." He challenged his military to build stronger bonds within units. "Technology is a tool, not a replacement for the warrior," he concluded. "We must cultivate the mind and spirit of every soldier. Soldiers should be thinkers, brothers, and the heart of the machine." The room erupted in applause. The message was clear: humanity is the true force multiplier. General Park's speech sparked a new conversation in the South Korean military. Officers were sent to the Philippines to learn, not just teach. The goal was to integrate adaptability, resourcefulness, and community-based soldiering into their own doctrine. New training focused on unpredictability and survival with natural resources. Mentorship programs encouraged a brotherhood culture. The story inspired mutual respect between nations, highlighting universal warrior values. It reminded everyone that strength comes in many forms. As the world grows more complex, the lessons of community, adaptability, and spirit are more relevant than ever. Let us keep learning from one another, valuing the heart behind the hardware.